Andrew Cherico here with Nick Williams outside of the bounce house for the Sons of UCF. Nick, the second week of fall camp is officially in the books. And to be honest, we haven't learned much since the first week. Still no update on who the starting quarterback is going to be. And Coach Frost mentioned plenty of the position battles are still taking place as the season approaches. But Nick, we did get to speak to offensive coordinator Steve Cooper on Wednesday. What did you learn from him?
Yeah, Coach Cooper was able to say that the players are adjusting really well into Scott Frost's up-tempo offense. And he also was able to say during fall camp, they're able to implement more in-game scenarios into practice compared to the spring. And for Coach Cooper, he says that's a big difference going into the season.
Maybe UC fast returning, maybe it's not. I guess we'll find out as the season approaches. But Nick, on Wednesday, we also got to speak with an offensive line group we haven't heard much from this offseason. We spoke to offensive lineman Preston Cushman and Cameron Kinney. What did you learn from them?
Yeah, Andrew, they're doing better than expected, and they're having a lot of fun out there. They say the offense is free and open, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get this offense to succeed.
We have spent a lot more time than we did in the spring with situational football, because that's what the game's going to come down to, right? It's going to be the base fundamentals, blocking and tackling, running to and with the football, and we get to see that every day in practice. We also get to see situations when we script them. So now when we get into a real live football situation, which is our first scrimmage, those are going to just show up organically. Now we'll try and script some things up to where we can lead the situation the way we want it. But what I'm excited to see is our guys operate in those situations that come up without it being on the script, without the coach being in the meeting room telling them, like, hey, you can expect third down or you can expect red zone. And then can we execute through those things? So that's going to be exciting.
From everybody, our defense included, just all the support staff and coaches that we have around here, I've loved them, and they felt like super close from the start since I've got here. All the coaches are great people, and like I said about Coach Clark, we want to work our butts for everyone, even if that's Coach Cringe telling us to come do something. Like, we all have the utmost respect in everyone on this team, and we're just working our butts off for anyone and everyone because we have that much respect for them, and we want to do what's best for us and the team. So we're expecting just to go freaking work our best and execute on every level. So
I'd say it's been good. I've been able to play a lot more free, but Clark's been getting me in kind of at center and both guards, so just kind of being able to translate that cerebral knowledge from center and then playing at guard, kind of, talking to Carter even in between plays, before plays, just kind of seeing what he sees, and just all of us being on the same page. It's been great.
What's allowed you to play more free?
I would say just more confidence for sure, and then with Frost's offense, it's a good offense to play in. Like you see, like we're running a lot more wide zone, a lot more, just having more fun coming off the ball.
UCF was able to hold their first scrimmage of fall camp, and although it was closed off to the media, Coach Frost was available afterwards to give his insights. Now, Andrew, what did you hear from Coach Frost?
Yeah, Nick, like you mentioned, it was closed off to media, so we didn't get to see the scrimmage. But speaking with Coach Frost afterwards, we learned the defensive line had a strong performance as expected, and clarity is starting to reveal itself at the safety position. But reflecting back on the overall scrimmage, Coach Frost brought us back to 2016 during his first stint. He said he was depressed after his first scrimmage. While he's not depressed this time around, he certainly isn't satisfied.
There was some good and some bad in the scrimmage, which you'd expect. I was pleased. We started with goal line, talk about a couple of positive things. We started with some live goal line, and I thought they showed up ready to go. Defense held offense out on 3 straight plays from there in there tight, and you don't do that unless you're ready to play. I heard some pads popping, so it was good to see that kind of fight from them and that willingness and readiness to go. I was talking to somebody today about our first scrimmage in 2016, my first year here, and I left the field depressed. We had one big play all day, and that's because we threw a swing past Adrian Killens, and he ran past everybody. I know we're a long way ahead of that, but I'm certainly not satisfied with where we are right now, and it's back to work in a couple days.
Nick, now it's time for our takeaways of the week. Obviously, we did not get to observe as much as we did during the first week, but who impressed you?
I'll take Coach Frost's word for it. The only position group he said that was game ready was the defensive line, and we were able to hear that they were stopping the offense continuously on goal line drives. Now, Andrew, what about you?
I'm going to stick with the defense. It's been a continuous theme throughout fall camp, but it's clear that they're far more ready than the offense. I'm going to say the linebackers. Talking about Kelly Lawson, number 0, he is expected to be the leader in the middle of the field. He disrupts so many plays. He's tall, athletic, and fast. And I also want to point out Troy Ford Jr. During our observation period, he made plenty of big hits and disrupted many plays. But we'll get to hear more from the defense, as we're expected to hear from defensive coordinator Alex Grinch on Monday. And that caps off week 2 of fall camp. For Nick Williams, I'm Andrew Cherico for the Sons of UCF.